All right, Grand Rising, everyone. It is Shalonda or Shay Seeking from American Aborigines Unchained on Facebook and American Empress Unchained on YouTube. And so I don't know. I don't know. It's been raining like all morning, and it's like I don't know. Like I've been like trying to go within and kind of just trying to figure out some shit after just doing a lot of cleaning when it comes to energy. I would hope like I sometimes I don't know what to do. I'm just doing something, and then I'm like, okay, that's what I'm saying, that seems to be working to clear things out. But then I also know there's a counterpart. I know that there are also like inner workings and connections and things like that I may not be aware of. But like, I don't know, I was just thinking of something like a dream merchant energy, because I had this really deep dream last night. It was just very deep. But when I woke up, it was cleared away really quick, right? Because it's kind of like I told y'all before, it's kind of like, I don't know, like, again, maybe, I don't know, that Dream Merchant song is kind of like really one of those songs that kind of takes me somewhere, but it's almost like in a kind of, I don't know, it seems like a loving song, but kind of like in a twisted fantasy kind of way. I don't know. Cause like all of the like stuff that goes on like towards the end of the mute or the end of the song, it's kind of like very like sensual, but it's also like, I don't know, like Dream Merchant, Bring Her Back to Me. And it's almost like somebody has somebody's dreams hostage or something, and somebody wants to bring back that state. And then earlier I ended up hearing something, right? Because I told you, remember about the whole thing about like, is it Osiris? Wait, no. Isis? Set. Oh my goodness, why am I not being able to see this? Okay, well, whoever Set destroyed, right? I'm thinking that this is the storyline we're going with here. When being chopped up into pieces, right? So I had to think about this, because then the song by, I think it was Levert, came on earlier about too many women. I can't keep treating you like I do the rest. And so I went on my Facebook, right? And I'm like, damn, I don't want to get rid of my Facebook, but I want to get rid of all my friends. I'm like, how the hell how you defriend 5,000 people? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like when I'm cutting things off, it's getting more, but then I start seeing other energy coming in. I don't know. So I missed a call, you know what I'm saying, earlier from somebody. We won't get too specific, but it was just weird. Because it's somebody really, really close, but I just don't know how I feel about the energy that's on them. This has nothing personal to do with these personal beings. I'm just keeping my distance from everybody. I don't give a fuck if it's my mama, daddy, sister, brother, whatever, at this point in time. Because you see how this girl sitting here, she got this light around her head, and there's all these people. It's like a cleaving kind of energy, right? Like that, kind of like that black sheep syndrome, where at one point nobody accepts you, they push you away, they want to call you crazy, they say things, they talk to each other about you behind your back, you know what I'm saying, things like that. And then, you know what I'm saying, you pull your energy away, and then you can kind of feel people coming back in, or they probably wondering why. And it's just like, I don't know, let's hurry up and get into this dream before I forget it, because I caught the dream. It's kind of like I caught it in my hand, and I woke up like, I got a piece. And it reflected on who I missed the call from and what I've been thinking about that energy, or whatever energy is attached to them. Because just like I'm me, you know what I'm saying, I still have a lot of workings going on around me. And if I come from a family, and some of these things may be lineal, and some of them may deal on more of the dark level, and I'm in the light, because all these people are sitting around in the background in darkness. And now, as I'm sitting in the light, they can't help but watch and talk and gossip and all this other stuff, and they know you the cash cow kind of like energy of the family, right? But because again, some of these people will try to blame with narcissistic behaviors, will try to blame you for being some kind of way when they've always been some kind of way with you. You see, and I feel like when it comes to so-called blessings and things and people walking into things their purpose and not giving a damn what these people say, and regardless of who it is, and moving into their, or, you know, in their light, you know, like I'm seeing the hangman, because I don't know, if when I see the hangman upside down, it makes me think about a lot of thought and blood rushing to the head. But then, or like somebody draining your energy. But when I see it upright, it makes me think something like, you know, that you're a bright idea or something like this, right? And so let's get into the dream before I forget it. So I'm just thinking, right? All this stuff is just happening, whatever. And then I don't know, I ended up falling asleep again for like a 20-minute nap or something. I was writing something and then I fell asleep. So it's almost like hypnosis. Oh, and maybe see, and again, a soul sibling did say something about some kind of hypnosis or something. Okay, so I see this. Okay, so, and she was saying something about somebody mastered hypnosis, right? And I'm just wondering, is this somebody that has hypnotized, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when we're talking about the book, The Spring, and her being a scryer, right? It's almost like, I think it was Elijah or somebody else that was hypnotizing her from a distance, right? So I'm thinking something is so quiet around here lately. Something is going on. People don't like me just keeping to, you know what I'm saying? Who is doing that? You know, who know all the shit you've been doing, probably been silently watching, didn't give you no kind of heads up. Nobody told you nothing. They just sold you out. It's damn near like the family sold you out or threw out something and didn't know it was the fucking seed. You see what I'm saying? So again, I do know that some of these energies are working together to alter people's perception of me, to block me from doing things that I like, even to the closest in your own household, your own family, your own husband, ex-husband, whatever. It could be that energy, because it's not even personal no more. The shit almost is business. So I'm sitting in this dream before I forget it, okay, because it's starting to fade. The most important part was, this is what I seen, because there's deception, there's women, and there's family. So again, my other half, okay, again, and I say that because there's a separation here, okay? But we're still in contact, right? And so, or living together even, right? And so it's like something been going on, and I've just been looking and asking. I've been looking and I've been trying to just sit there. And then again, there was something that came out one day, like a conversation with a family member or whatever. And they said, well, I don't have to tell you. And I'm like, oh, what the hell you mean? We've been, you know what I'm saying? It's been 30 something years. What are you talking about? First of all, you never used to talk to this person. And second of all, what do you mean behind my back? This is my, you know what I'm saying, immediate family member. What are you talking about? You know, so it just kind of stood out to me. So in this dream, I'm doing something and I come up from somewhere. And I think my daughter, I was with my youngest daughter, and I come into a situation where my niece was here. And she was about to go, she likes to sneak off into places she's not supposed to go when she comes over. And so she was sneaking off down into the basement, but it was like my house, but it was really it was my child's mother's house, right? But the furniture was totally different, and it was really dark in there. And I came up, and I remember saying to her, no, don't go, no, you're not going down there. And then the little girl, the niece or whatever, she started to kind of like whine and cry. And I'm like, well, but you're not going down there. And then I kind of turn around and walk away. And this is one of the gestures that I see happening, like small things like this around the household amongst my daughters and their father, and just certain energy, right? Just around me with people that be around me. And I swear she ran away, but then she came back and kind of jumped on him. And then he did like this thing with his finger. Like, you know how people say somebody crazy? You know what I'm saying? So he did this kind of thing, like, She didn't say no words. He didn't say no words. She was just whining. And he took his finger and he did like that by his temple like crazy. And I'm like, well, why would you do that? You know, and I'm like, oh, this what we on. So like, it was like I was walking into a setup because there was people downstairs. There was like stairs that went down on one side and another set of stairs that went down to a lower level. And there was people all on that lower level, but where the little niece was trying to go, she was trying to go into the part where my private stuff is, my craft room area or whatever, where it's dangerous stuff down there that I didn't want her to get into. And then when I went and turned around and to look at him, I was walking and I'm like, oh, okay, I see what this is, you know. And then I walked around the corner and I look on this chair and it's a woman sitting there, light skin, you know, like a caramel colored skin, a pretty lady. I mean, she just was really pretty or whatever. And she had curly hair and she was sitting there with like a notepad or something. And she was like, oh, okay, you know, like after he did that crazy thing, I'm like, why did you, and then she was like, what? She knows she saw it too, right? But she's sitting there like, well, I don't know. And I said, oh, he tripping like that. Oh, that. And she was like, yeah, well, you know, it's okay to be like that. And I'm like, oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's going, but I got really upset and really emotional because I feel, you know, and maybe this has something to do with like, I feel what, you know, like this kind of energy, like I said, that's coming from like places for no reason. And I, you know what I'm saying? I really don't let stuff like that affect me, but it's just like, you don't have to let stuff like that affect you, but you need to still acknowledge that it's going on around you. You can't just not pay attention to that. And it's just like, she was like making like googly eyes at him. And she was like, yeah, but he's, you know, it was kind of like, she was like, yeah, you know, he's like this, but he's going to be my that. You know what I'm saying? And it was just some tripped out shit. I don't know. And it reminded me like right now I'm getting like another reader, scryer, oracle, or whatever. Somebody with these gifts. You know, it made me think, because I keep asking him like, who, you know, what is this? Because I know that also we're dealing with this plane, the 3D, right? And we're also dealing with the astral or astral. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with also people, what do you call it? Astral projecting, and also, it's another one that I want to use. So we're dealing with a lot of that. We're just dealing with a lot of energy and influence in general. We're dealing with tech that has something to do with this. Because I didn't sleep all night. You know, I went to bed kind of late, but I slept pretty good. But then all of a sudden I just got tired, you know, because again, I was so-called diagnosed with narcolepsy a long time ago. But I always thought, you know what I'm saying, even though I did take those tests or whatever, you know what I'm saying, that also lets me know that somebody has archives or records of my brain waves and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This is real stuff, you know. But then I thought about it. I'm like, you know, if people get a hold of your birth chart, like what can all of this do if somebody could really know you, and then have access to all this information here? So it gives me replica, copycat, you know, so you cut off your energy. So we're going to use tech, or we're going to use something else to get in there. You know what I'm saying? And but there is this whole thing where I feel like there's a coup, right? In order, and it feels like I'm getting this cash cow energy because I'm not exactly, I can't pinpoint. I got them in my view. Right? They're all in a line. They're all lined up. And it's almost like it does have something to do with judgment. And then saying that you forgive someone but won't forget. Right? But again, the one person that I forgive is myself for not seeing. You know what I'm saying? Or choosing not to see, or turning a blind eye, or whatever it would be. Anybody else, you did what you did. I can't, you know what I'm saying? You have to pay for what you did. I know I'm not going around here doing nothing to nobody that's out of character, right? That's all I can know. But it made me really upset in that dream because I don't know, I dropped down to my knees and I just was like, oh, like you can't see this? Oh, this is what you guys are doing? Oh. I know it was just something like, can't you see this? I mean, this is some, you know, I think I would start cussing a lot. You know, this whole ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just was like something like that, like, oh my goodness or whatever. But I did just realize, I don't know what was the most hurtful part. Because I still keep seeing this exchanging hand of finance, you know, people getting finances or something and not saying nothing to me about it. and like cuts being given out so that you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I don't know. And it's just like somebody's watching me closely to pick up on key words, or because I say forgiveness, it feels like I've just cleared the air and people can continue to steal or can continue to manipulate, whether it's just my energy, whether it's just something. You know what I'm saying? It just feels like there's a cost to that. So again, something also wants to make it seem like there's no value in me, in what I do. You know what I'm saying? As long as they can keep it under wraps and use it and squeeze it out and, you know what I'm saying, use it to their benefit, as long as they're over it or they have something to do with it, right? Because again, it's still this whole stagnating, like supposed to be paid for things that people playing around with your money. When all you probably need is this little money to make your, you know what I'm saying? So you're micromanaging or whatever. So you're trying to figure out a way, like an escape plan. You know what I'm saying? And people doing little shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to like dumping children on, you know, I'm just thinking of different things that over the years or over this time, these past couple months that I noticed. I'm about to do something and then somebody call me with all this drama or something and want me to get involved in it, or, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, it pisses me off if it's like something I can also like constructively criticize myself. You know what I'm saying? And then I just make myself stronger and I try to focus on those things and do those things. But it's kind of hard when you know it's a team of motherfuckers, almost like a group. You know what I'm saying? It's confirmed to me that somebody is messing with my head or they're doing black magic. They're trying to direct something. And the more I block it, I'm building up that shield or even building up that something around my head. But it's just like, there is this thing. Because again, when we go back to the video I did about like the late 1800s and different times when women came into these gifts at certain times, and people, if the husband couldn't control the woman, or if the husband didn't agree with her way, he could take and lock her up into an asylum, right? I even have books on like the asylums and stuff here in Wisconsin, right? And it's just like, what in the world? You know what I'm saying? Like, are people really on this kind of thing? You know, and then again, being blamed for participating in stuff that you are not, there's been a binding something. And it feels like this is immediate. Like parents, whether they know it or not, have something to do with a binding something that happened, I feel, with me. Because I used to see visions and stuff when I was a little girl. Right? And it's so funny because I have a red do-rag that I had on yesterday. And it reminded me of this dream that I had of my mom at my old house, my childhood home that I grew up in. And I remember seeing her at one part in the house, and then I went to the bathroom. You know, I came out, I seen her in one part of the house, and when I went around the corner, I seen her in another part. But again, she had this kind of light around. She had a red do-rag, and she was sitting on the bed, folding up clothes, which I don't even remember my mom really folding up no clothes. But I'm just saying she was just looking so like angelic there. You know, she had like a robe, like a zip-up robe thing on, and she had a red do-rag, and there was this light around her. But I knew I had just seen her with different clothes on and everything somewhere else in the house. And I was just like, oh no, I didn't even want to go back that direction. So I ran outside and started doing stuff with my dad in the garage, because that's what I used to do. I used to like build stuff, like to do stuff like that, build stuff with my dad and stuff. And so, you know, it just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what sources like trying to tell me or whatever, but I definitely think that, you know, like even people that are more like cut off or cold hearted, or, you know, they don't know how to express emotions. Like, so like even like an empathic person, you know, it's almost like you're on this path, but you're not doing it on purpose, but everybody else's energy comes to you. It's almost like that same thing. But almost in a faded, kind of jaded way. And it's just like, you're feeling like that. You're feeling like this kind of masterpiece that's worth so much, but everybody around you wants to make you feel like you're so like broke and underprivileged, and, you know, you're not worthy, or you're not like wealthy with your gifts or with your sight, or, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, if you're trying to get away, then we have a way to try to trap you. Because again, if you think about that, when they would do that, then they would be getting some kind of sometimes compensation, right? So again, if we can't control or subdue, right, then we will use other measures. It's just, I don't know, it's just something, like I said, I don't know. It just tripped me out, because I just feel that, it's nothing that can change it, even though people are really good at shutting themselves off because they don't have emotions in the first place. You know what I'm saying? These are people that would rather sweep stuff under the rug instead of address it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm full throttle, you know, like I'm just that type of person with that bull energy. I want everything to be grounded. I want it to be level. I like to be standing my ground until I know something is okay, and then I move forward. Because again, it's not even just because of fear. It's because I know who I am. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm wealthy. I know that I'm abundant. I know that, you know what I'm saying? I know these things, right? I may not know all the legalities to the things, but I know these things. And so again, I just feel like that's this energy. And I just, you know what I'm saying? I just can't. I just can't, because I've been avoiding people, and I think they don't like that. But again, they haven't been really reaching out or really nothing in the first place. So it's like, okay, what? So people so concerned because I'm cutting people off because they're bringing drama or whatever. And I just want, because again, somebody like me, I need to be like in a peaceful situation. I need to be in like solitude in order to even gather my thoughts on things, you know, picking up on when I'm in the house with people. You know, I hate to say it, but I almost like now if people are off doing their own thing on the computer or drawing or whatever they're doing, because that kind of gives me that space to act as though I am alone or something. Because if people are all on top of me, jumping on me and stuff like that, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't, you know, I'm talking about older people. Children, I just can do whatever. You know, I'll be writing something and my D baby, you know, she'll be sitting on my lap. You know, she just likes to be on me. She likes to be on me. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's still that innocence that children have before the age of 7. You know what I'm saying? But again, for me, I know that these things, again, range from the people that are in a low vibing state, the people that are just regular everyday neighbors and things like that energy, and then also higher energies when it comes to this whole the merchants and things like that. Even when it comes to the preacher, the priest, and the educators. You know, everybody's probably pissed off about what, because low key people watching, but again, they won't let my platform grow, right? Because they want to control the narrative, how many people I actually touch and affect, who I touch and affect. Because again, once these people are done sucking what they can, parts of these people, and getting away and keeping away all the people that are there for me, you know what I'm saying? Once they're done, then they want to be able to eliminate me or say, oh, she went crazy. Oh, she couldn't take it. She ran away. Or again, that would never be me. I know that there is something for me. I found that something. So it's almost like that energy of finding yourself and then dying. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what lyrics that song is from, but that just went through my head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you found yourself or something, but then dying in your sleep or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, y'all. I don't know if anybody else is dealing with these kind of things, but like I said, I know that it was just tumultuous as hell, and then things just kind of, you know, slowed down. So again, is this energy just making me think, you know, even when it comes to governing forces, you know what I'm saying? Do they want me to think that everything, again, that goes back to that scripture, peace, peace, but there is an attack. And I feel like maybe now I see it clearly. But again, these entities know that they want to get me alone. They want me to have no one around. No one around. And that is a very concerning thing to me. It's almost like in all of this rain is making me think, have they done something to disconnect me from my one person that I felt, or my one energy that I could, you know what I'm saying, that even if they were against me, dude, it felt as though whatever they may have been against me, but whatever they were giving me, right, was also leading me in a direction to find myself still, right? If I had one person to trust in the world, it would be this person. And that person is seeming so, so far away. And it almost seems like somebody has done something and even moved on, but they don't want me to do the same thing. It's almost, it's that whole thing of somebody trying to take away the rainbow. It just has to be that energy. And again, I can't look at it no other way of like, I'm doing the work. I'm done the work. These people obviously have not. You know, they're just more in this worldly realm, right? They obviously have not. And so that makes me the target. It just really does. I don't know. It's just a very sad, sick energy here. It really is. It's like under siege, like under attack, right? Making me worry. You know, my daughter went out of town, right? And, you know, it's making me worry about her because, you know, it seems like she just randomly wanted to change her phone number while she's out of town. Now I have her child here. You know what I'm saying? And she's not calling or anything, and I don't, you know, I cannot get in touch with her. And she went to a place where these monitoring entities already know that I was concerned about her going to this place. Right? Feel like they even showed me signs that they know she's going to this place too. Visions and signs. And so it's almost like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? What are you trying to do? It's just people trying to start shit. That's what it is. And it's going to be a minute. So I'm going to have to be worrying. How long am I going to have to be worrying? And it's just like inconsiderate behavior, even like that. And like I have no other way to find out where she is, and she's out of town. I don't know. And then if I start getting into that behavior, it's going to make me start going into my thoughts, and my visions and stuff are going to come in. And then the more people can say, see, that erotic, crazy behavior. You know what I'm saying? But it's really the way that I process when spirit is trying to tell me something, you know what I'm saying, that I should be aware of or be communing or praying about, you know what I'm saying, or watching out for, you know, all of these, you know, almost negative thoughts or all these versions of what all these little pictures and all these little things start coming in as to what could be going on. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's very accurate. You know, because I think people want to see you like all crying in a corner, and you know, I can't help what I can't understand. I deal with what I can understand, and I deal with that precisely and clearly. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't always see what others are doing or what people are it's like people are picking off little pieces of my energy or my light. You know what I'm saying? Even look at this, the arrows or whatever are protruding through her light here. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like she got this baby here close to her, but everybody else can get the fuck back. Keep your distance. You know what I'm saying? She got this child right here next to her, but everybody else can keep their distance. And it's all like they just sitting there trying to see, how can we get a peace? What's going on? We need to know. Whispering and stuff behind the trees. This is strange to me. And this is, like I said, this is the current energy. Like I feel this. I really do. And I feel like it's just sad. You know? I'm not looking at no point in my life to be like victorious. Like I'm not looking, you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking to move on with my life naturally and just let things come that's supposed to and fade away that's not. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like every little thing, like people doing little dirty stuff, knowing that I'm trying to get this thing so I can move forward, you know? And it's like people doing little dirty stuff to keep you stuck, to keep you, you know, and I ain't even talking about mental things. I'm talking about everybody needs somebody or something sometimes, you know, and it's just like, you know, somebody placing something in front of you like a stepping stone, but then they just move it away once you take a step. you know, right? Like little things that can be endangerment to people, or little things that people do and act like they didn't do, like, you know, to leave you with no options where you can't, you know, and then it makes it, again, and for me, being someone who just really had never had to worry about anything, you know what I'm saying, throughout my life period, and people go through times or whatever, but this stuff is uh, mischievously happening, you know, like I can see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you got me down. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't trust you. 30 years of this and I couldn't trust. So you got me down. You got your family in your ear. You got these people in your ear. You know what I'm saying? So you think you got me. And source just keep moving me along. See, and that's the thing. I'm only worried about what's going on internally and mentally. But when you start messing with my mental and shit, I got a problem. You see what I'm saying? Because I take care of that. I guard that. I may not have all of the things I need around me, or, you know what I'm saying, within my vicinity or finances like I would like it to be. You know what I'm saying? But again, internally, I have what I need. And that's worth more than gold to me. So it's just that. It's just that. And I feel like, again, a lot of people poking at me so they can see what the situation is or whatever. And it's just like, whatever. Okay, you got it. You know what I'm saying? I can't even, I feel like I can't even sit in my own thoughts any damn way. You know what I'm saying? Without probably my worst enemy having access to private thoughts and private things that are going on with me. You know what I'm saying? So why not? You know? It's like, it's that kind of energy. And it's just like, enough is enough, dude. Like, that's just what I feel like at this point. Like, I don't go around doing nothing to nobody. Do people do stuff to me? I don't go around doing nothing. I make mention of things. I'm someone where, again, when I'm doing my messages, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm not out to get nobody. I just open my mouth and I let the words come out. What I see, what everything that's I've, targeted or seen, or, with that kind of energy, that archer energy, it all just flows out. You know what I'm saying? So again, I just don't know. I just wish people just could be happy with their own self, so then they could just leave other people alone. Like, and again, most of these people, again, made it a way to be towards me all this time or whatever. And then, and it's just like, what do you want? I'm not going to give you that. I can see this, and I'm not going to give you what you want if you want to make me crash and burn. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to try to mistake intelligence for insanity? Somebody that wants control over you. Somebody that wants control over you. And some people that stole from you, and people that know, right, that when you are aware of this, that you could be the one to be on top and take them down. And so they're going to try to do everything they can to keep away, withhold information that they should share with you, or withhold, you know what I'm saying, things that you should know, right? It's so strange. And children is the only thing that could really, keep me conflicted at this point in time. There's not no type of relationship, or I can't afford that right now, because so many people doing so much shady shit. And I feel like if there was somebody out there for me, then they would be here with me, not out there with somebody else that might be doing some shit to me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, whatever. It's weird, y'all. It's very strange. But you're not about to have me pressed like that. You're not about to have me stressed like that, because I see you. It's almost like they want to make sure when I do get out or get up, that I'm not going to use the power that's already in me to do something to them. So just make sure that she's not like this, and then maybe we can let her go. But they really don't plan on letting me go alive, right? Or go free. No. From one place of confinement to another. Maybe from mental confinement to physical is what they're trying to plot. So anyways, I don't know. Like I said, this is kind of like this is my story. This is my vlog. I show y'all what Source shares with me. I show you personal things here and there sometimes. I know a lot of people say don't talk about that, but those are the same people you feel like, why? Why? Nobody don't want me. Nobody don't want you to talk because what? You don't want people to see possibly. I know that people can mingle and mix and, chop up your words to make it seem like something. So what? They're going to be doing it. I'm not doing nothing different than I've been doing since I've been doing this online for 10 years. Or more. Right? So again, I think the more people don't want you to talk about something is because, again, they feel like you're going to reveal something about them that then people can pick up and say, oh, now I see. And I don't need that either. As long as I see that within myself, that's already solid. It's already solid for me. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wants to be like in that dream. Nobody wants to be telling the 100% truth about something, being honest with people and open with people, and then have the same people right behind their back that they thought they could trust. You know what I'm saying? Conspiring a plan, to take everything. It's like somebody don't want me to have nothing. You see what I'm saying? Even got to the people closest to me to make sure I don't have nothing. And I didn't get here to this point possibly by all the things that those people are doing, but I'm saying all the meddling that's been going on for the past year in my life. And matter of fact, it's been longer than a year now that I looked at it. I was looking at like messages and stuff from from October 8th last year, and was like, dang, this was already 3 months late. So damn, this been going on for even longer than a year. And again, I'll never feel alone again. I will never, if that's what somebody want me to do, I will never feel alone. I could be the only motherfucker on this planet and will have a ball. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how it would be. You will never make me feel less than because you want to try to cut me off or make me feel like I'm alone. You crazy. You crazy. That's what happens when you dealing with like a creative person. It'll never happen. It's just bothersome. Nobody wants to feel that way, especially when it's just like you know what I'm saying, when you're cleansing out everything that you've been doing to have yourself stagnant, but then now everybody else is putting their works together and going in crafty counsel to try and block you in every way and embarrass you along the way, right? Make you seem like like a beggar or a schemer or a manipulator or something because you're telling your story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't scheme. Like, I spend no time, zero effort scheming against anybody. Because I know if I'm scheming against somebody, then later on that karma will come back. And then again, the same thing could be happening to me. But again, obviously, I'm not like other people. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, because I don't hate to the core my enemies. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, I see you. Okay. Yeah. And everything that come out of my mouth don't have to be ugly about you. Right? Doesn't mean I'm not acknowledging who you are and what you've done. It's just I'm not really petty or perverted in my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really kind of private, really, until I started to have to do this. And, I don't have to do anything, but you know what I'm saying. But again, I like to speak on these things that could be pressing because I feel like other people are dealing with these things as well. You know what I'm saying? And again, and obviously people feel like they can speak on their things, but then you can't speak on yours. So it's just like, whatever, I don't care. You damned if you do and you damned if you don't. So I just do what I do. And whatever. Because again, justice is going to be served. So the more it just keep piling up, and the more I keep just saying that, I feel like, yeah, you saying that, but it's not going to happen. But no, it's like I went over the mountaintop and seen over it. You know what I'm saying? And I will survive with that. That doesn't mean that they're not going to be attempts, right? To assassinate my character, me, something, erase me from the story, you know what I'm saying? Or my own lineage and my own story, my own family tree, and replace me. Whatever they're trying to do. That dream tripped me out, y'all. It really did. And I'm kind of salty that it's just like I grabbed that little piece and I jumped out of the dream. Because it was a whole, like I was all in the dream. Like it was active, it was like an interactive dream. I was all up in it, things was going on, whole bunch of stuff was said. I think I bumped into my children's father's sister. And she was kind of like in competition with me. And she was like, it was like at a dark room or a dark club or something, or we were at a family function. I don't know what kind of thing it was. And we bumped into each other. I didn't even recognize. I'm like, oh, why you look like that? You know what I'm saying? Like last time I seen, it's been a while since I've seen her, but I'm like, oh, she looked horrible. She looked dead. But then she looked and she just kind of was like, well, and she don't never be like that or whatever. I mean, she's always been kind of like standoffish. We've always had this kind of thing or whatever. I don't know. It's not even a battle, but that's her personality. She's really kind of probably like me a little bit, like more just, I keep to myself or whatever. So, but for her to be like, yeah, it was like, she was like, yeah, like she wanted to fight me or something, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of, like real animosity there. So okay, that's another part that I remember from there. Okay. I don't know. I don't know exactly what that must mean. I don't know. It's just like I see like dead people or like disconnected people around. It's like just weird energy. Let me see something. I'm just about to, while I'm here with y'all, and I'm going to let you go if you ain't left already. I'm going to use this Aboriginal preparation. I'm going to use this Aboriginal deck. That card just jumped out before I even started doing anything. A rebirth, sister stories. Okay, sister stories. So again, it's that's what I'm saying about telling the story. Because I feel like other people are going through it. Patience. Uh-oh, that one shot out. Silence, so yeah. Oh, that's an angry looking ostrich. His eyes are red. Or his eye. His one eye. Oh, okay, now all these cards just flew out. Women's wisdom. Okay, and then there's a key here. Wondrous opportunities. Quiet stillness. Again, this is what I've been in. And there's a lot of stepping stones here. Right? Ceremonial rites. And emotional exhaustion. Well, damn. All right. I don't know. Yeah. So again, maybe, like I said, sacred knowledge. Maybe like I said, maybe it's just like I said, but that's what I've been doing. I've been sitting in silence. You see what I'm saying? So that's what makes me wonder, are we dealing with somebody dealing with mind control? Are we dealing with somebody that's dealing with some kind of hypnosis? And again, why should I be quiet about that? Damn. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's doing something like that, why should I be quiet about that? And that's what I was saying. Oh, I heard somebody saying the other day, like sometimes they're doing a message and then something's like, And this is not to speak on her situation, right? But for me, sometimes I've been battling with that. I've been saying, okay, when something tell me not to say something. Now I know when it's tell me not to say nothing because this is just some salty motherfuckers watching, you know what I'm saying? And they want to know about something like private or with my real personal love, like anything like that or whatever. But when it's like, excuse me, when it's like answering something, I feel when it's talking about like a clue for something like what I did last night with the searching for the Triton. Okay. So again, with maybe exposing the direct location of that Triton. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I can see if that, but like if I'm talking about something that's bothering me or something that's putting me, well, that's where I'll say. When I feel like we're talking about something that is endangering me, I don't feel like I should hold back. So if I'm talking about something that might be endangering me or an attack, something, and something is telling me to hold back, I sometimes look at that. That's just me. I sometimes look at that as somebody that is a monitoring spirit telling you not to say that because they don't want to get caught. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't want that particular clue to come out, because that's going to lead someone to say, hey, wait a minute, dude was just, or she was just over here saying that. That's probably her doing that to that damn girl. You know what I'm saying? Or I remember when such and such went there last week or whatever, and they got that one thing. I wonder if they're using that to do this. Or this girl got that one antique book. We never seen her with antique books in her hand. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden she got this book and all this stuff is happening. Are we sure this girl ain't doing this kind of work? You know what I'm saying? That. You see? That's what I wonder. Teaching. Shamanic healing oracle. Okay, so those are the two cards there when I just shuffled those cards in the other deck. My other Aboriginal-esque deck. Okay? Where I go when I want to get like a quick, deep message. Yeah. So anyways, for me, I can't afford to not tell my story. You see what I'm saying? I can't afford to not tell my story. I can be silent about things. Like when it comes to certain portions of my story, then I'm not. I'm not speaking on it anymore. But I'm someone that, people got to decipher my story from the work I do, from the other work that I do. You know what I'm saying? I think people just think everything I'm doing on here, I'm doing it for me, and it's my story. When I'm throwing up like a bag of wildflowers or mixed seed, it's mixed. You know what I'm saying? People they're going to come in and be able to like pick or peck. You know what I'm saying? Where you could get something. Like it might only be one little portion that's really actually about my situation with my divine counterparts. You know what I'm saying? And another part of that message could be about somebody else's and theirs. So again, it's very random. A random house is what we have here. Okay? So again, I feel like that's the thing. People want to like make me my work. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the work is me. From different lifetimes, from different stories, from different, it just is in that sense, right? But it doesn't mean that that's me, my person, like my personal, that's just a part of me and my lineage and my story and these sister stories and ancestral, stories. What does it say? Hidden learning. Okay. And it's just it's just like that whole energy of I am the way, I'm the light, or just being in that earth energy or the tree of life energy. That's an all-knowing energy as well. Because that energy is God. That's the God before there was little g gods, or the God before, I think even with Sekhmet, she was before the Neteru, right? So again, it's that energy there. But anyways, you guys, I think that's it. I just had to get that dream out. I had to get it documented. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like writing with my hands. So again, I'm better with speaking. So, yeah. I don't know. So again, I'll see you guys later. Take care. And again, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe if you like.